But what's more important than virtue signalling is having good press because we might lose the next election. We might not be in office in 6 months' time. Keir Starmer, as I keep saying, will be out by Christmas. So it's hypocrisy at the worst level. It's not about us. It's not about them having morality. It's about them just wanting the gravy train to continue that bit longer.
Yeah, and like you said, I mean, yeah, I'm with you. Starmer will be gone fairly soonish, but the government, unfortunately, or the Labour Party, as we're stuck with now, they're going to be in power for the next. I said 4 years last time, but you could even see it going the full term, 5 years. Unfortunately, as I think I said previously, the majority is just too big for anybody to get rid of. It would have to be something cataclysmic to bring down a party that's got a majority of 170 odd.
Harold Wilson once said, "Events, dear boy, events. Something will happen in I think the next 2 years, if not sooner. An international event, an international incident, something at home, something we cannot foresee, something that's never happened before, will force a general election. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure how it's going to happen. But you're right. Me and you can't force it. The public can't force it. The Tories can't force a general election. It doesn't matter how bad they get. Can't force a general election. Something will happen that will put it all into disarray, which will split the Labour Party in half, and eventually they'll have to go back to the public.
I think there's a lot of civil wars going on anyway inside the party. I think that's fairly obvious. But again, is it a big enough civil war to bring down a prime minister who's got a majority of 170 something?
Not yet.
Not at this point, no. And it's going to take a lot of by-election defeats, which I can see coming, by the way. And when you've got a new parliament, there's always people in there, more than you think, actually, you've been up to no good somewhere or another, and that tends to come to light sooner or later. So there will be by-elections that come up fairly quickly. But and you can see Labour, losing those as well. And you can see Reform, depending on where they are in the country. I could probably see Reform gaining some, maybe the Tories gaining some, maybe even the Lib Dems and the Greens gaining some. But it's just such a mountain to climb to get rid of these people. And the event that would have to take place would have to be one of the biggest political scandals this country's ever seen, maybe the biggest. It would have to be another expensive scandal times 10 or something to get rid of a government that's, I mean, to get rid of this party, not get rid of the government. The government can be got rid of quite easily, I think. Starmer's surrounded himself by people that want his job. And that's what a lot of them do, of course. So you've already got people like Wes Streeting, Angela Rayner, Rachel Reeves that have been on manoeuvres. You can see them speaking. Now, none of them are up to the job, of course, but they're all out there speaking like they are going to be the next leader of the party. They can see that Starmer's damaged. They can see that Starmer's weak. There's people briefing inside number 10 against the guy. The amount of information leaking out of there at the moment is absolutely unbelievable. And Angela Rayner, who I have no time for whatsoever, has been used as a scapegoat by Starmer repeatedly to deliver bad news, such as housing targets, which have already been announced to be having some sort of refresh because they've already failed 3 months in. As Nigel Farage pointed out, to keep up with the levels of immigration in this country, you'd have to build a house every 2 minutes, which is impossible to do. And people aren't simply going to give up their green spaces and countryside and things just because Angela Rayner wants to build another council estate, which is ultimately her aim. But she will be the one, if anybody, to bring Starmer down. Because, I actually thought, I thought she had more political nous, actually, than what she's got. But she hasn't. She's just been happy to take any job that Starmer's given her and then completely been thrown under the bus by him. She's actually got less political intelligence than he has, and that's saying something.
But just like both those politicians, there's people behind them. She's a front for the type of Labour government certain people want. She's always been a front for that. She's not a leader. She's not a visionary. She's just a front, just like Keir Starmer is. Here's an example of what could bring this Labour government down. Middle Eastern war. All kicks off more in the Middle East. Israel sends tanks into Lebanon, into Jordan, into the West Bank, and Gaza. Americans join the Israelis. Trump wins the election and says, I don't deal with the Labour government in the UK. I don't deal with them at all. The Labour Party splits because Keir Starmer wants to support Israel. His party wants to go a war against Israel. It could take something like that, which could easily start any day now, and it'll be something that size, that's unexpected, that we have no control over, which will bring down this government. Did you enjoy that video? I think you did. Come on now, hit that bell, subscribe, comment. Let's build this channel. I need more followers, I need more subscribers. Be part of the journey. See you soon.